Hey everybody, imagine what I'm holding in my hands. This is an art piece that was custom made for me by another art YouTuber. But I don't even know who it is. I participated in YouTube's biggest Secret Santa art collaboration. Me and a bunch of other artists randomly drew each other and made art pieces for each other. Today I'm gonna show you what I created and I'm gonna show you what I got. Let me in. Whoa. So we got a little card here. Seems like there's an envelope. I assume this is the art piece. Whoa. Oh my gosh, is this an entire sketchbook? Wow. Oh my gosh, they made me a sketchbook. Would you look at this beautiful handmade sketchbook with this stunning cover art. I cannot wait to start working in this one. This is so beautiful. I'm definitely gonna have to plan out the pieces that I do in here because this is definitely so precious. I mean, look at that. This looks delicious. So here's a closer look of the other goodies that I got. I got some chocolate, and in the card, obviously it is revealed who made this beautiful sketchbook for me. Go ahead and check out Liz's channel after this video. I have a few things in here. Obviously, I already looked at this, and I have not looked at this though, so I wanted to open this here. Looks like those are stickers, which is perfect because I have a bunch of new sketchbooks, so they definitely need some stickers on them. These are absolutely stunning. She creates those, I would say, realistic oil paintings that are so beautiful. This is a good example of a painting that she did that is absolutely magnificent. Like, look at this. This is such a different style from my art, but when I watch her videos, I wonder whether I want to do more oil paints, but these are absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for the sketchbook. If you want a closer look at the sketchbook that Liz made, then check out her channel after this video because everybody in the group is releasing their Secret Santa videos around the same weekend. So you can go to her channel, I will link that, and probably expect a video on the same weekend that this one is going up. I am using my favorite watercolor paper for my own gift for the person that I randomly drew, and I am going to paint a little bit of a landscape here. I don't know if you can already tell what's on this. This is inspired by what I thought that this person would like. We had a questionnaire with a few questions that would ask you what you like or what you prefer. And this person answered 3 questions, I think, with the statement, I like the beach. So that's why I decided I have to do a beach scene. And they requested or said that they liked the colors pink, purple, and blue. And I thought I can make that work. A beach scene with those colors, I was immediately thinking sunset. And I really wanted to paint these satisfying, fluffy clouds with little swirls in them. And so the idea was born. But there's just one problem. I really don't know how to paint water in a stylized way. I've done it a few times before and I was never really that happy with it, honestly. I can paint water somewhat realistically and be happy with it, but in a stylized way. I am still developing my style, I would say, but I'm getting a lot closer towards it these days. And I really enjoy the way that I did those clouds with those little swirls and fun and playful, a little bit cartoonish almost, just not too realistic. And I played around with all of the colors here, and then I had to do the water as well, unfortunately. I have to say, really happy with the way that it turned out in the end, but it was definitely a process to get there. I am currently also developing a coloring page for this one, so stay tuned to the end of this video if you'd like to get the coloring page. I will show it on screen and also tell you where to get it in a higher resolution. I have changed the picture ever so slightly for the coloring page so that it actually works as a coloring page, because I think that all of these sections have to make sense in their size, and the lines shouldn't intersect in sections that don't make sense and all that stuff. So I really spend my time, or I am currently doing that as I'm recording this, and I am trying to make this a really, really nice coloring page for you that you will get for free if you want. And I just wanted to give this as a little bit of a Christmas gift to you all as well, so you can spend your time doing that. I know this painting is anything but Christmassy. This is probably the exact opposite of Christmas vibes, and I was not lost on that irony. But honestly, who cares? I mean, I absolutely love the beach as well and the ocean. The only thing that I do not like about the ocean is the one time we tried to go scuba diving and I absolutely had a panic attack because I could not dive towards the bottom of the ocean and it was freezing cold. So that's my one memory of it that I am not particularly fond of. But other than that, I have been yearning to go to the beach and to the ocean myself. So when I saw these answers about the beach, maybe it was just one time that they answered that, and I was like super inflating that because I wanted to paint that, who knows. But I am definitely thrilled to have had this prompt and to have the color suggestions. And I really tried to make those 3 colors work. I had to put in some warmer colors so that the sunset would make sense to me, so that I would actually enjoy this. But I tried to limit the colors, the yellows and the oranges, so it is mostly blue and pink and purple. And I also tried to put mostly pink into the piece because this person loves pink, or at least I would think so, because at least at some point they had pink hair. I don't know if it's currently pink, but I mean, you have to be committed to the color to have vibrant hair like that. That's basically me with purple. I had purple hair for years, but it was just too annoying to have to re-dye it constantly. So that's literally the only reason why my hair is back to brown now. But besides all of that tangent, you can see me building up all of those colors here. And I definitely took my time with this. I think the process took close to 7 hours. And I think that includes the sketch for the most part, but not the planning. So I thought that I'd actually spend at least 10 hours on this because it was such an in-depth process and I put so many details into it. But then I was actually a little bit surprised that the footage was only around 6.5 hours. So I would say it probably took around 7 hours without the planning, because I did a few thumbnails and a few color compositions and all that just to figure out how I wanted to do this. But I really got into the flow with this piece and I worked on this for several days here and there, just doing a little bits here and there. And you can also see that I was a little bit jumpy with this piece. I jumped all over it. And then I suddenly introduced gouache a little bit more. And then you're gonna see me use colored pencils in a little bit. I really went all over the place with this piece, and I wasn't even, here's the colored pencils, I wasn't even done with the watercolors and the gouache at this point, but I had to see whether my vision that I had for this would work. I wanted it to be mixed media, and I had to try the colored pencil in some sections just to make sure that it would actually look good. And here I'm using gouache watercolor mixture. Mostly I used watercolors and some gouache. I used some of my White Nights colors, some of my Daniel Smith colors, and then for the colored pencils I used some Prismacolors, but just the ones that are more light fast. And then also Faber-Castell Polychromos, because the pink ones especially are more light fast. And a little bit of gouache here and there. I used Winsor & Newton Designer's gouache. I think mostly just white, but for the most part, I really made sure that this piece would not fade over time. So if this is displayed somewhere, it won't look gray just after a little bit. And that would happen if I just use any paints without any regard for that, because a lot of the colors that I'm going for here are ones that are prone to be fugitive, especially pink tones. Usually they don't last, they're super fugitive, which means if you hang it up it will fade in the sunlight, and I wanted to avoid that as best as possible. At this point, I also think that the piece looked a little bit messy. There wasn't really much of a focal point, and it took me a little bit to figure out how to fix that and what to do about that, because I hadn't really decided what the main feature is here on this piece. Right now, I think that the waves are definitely competing with the sun and with the clouds. And because I really wanted to have the sun and the clouds kind of as the main thing here, I then later on went back and made the ocean just ever so slightly darker so it wouldn't stand out so much. And I don't know if you can tell that I did that, but I think overall it did definitely make a difference. And I did a lot of glazing here as well, which means that I used a thin coat of watercolors just over top of different sections where there was already colors, so that the next coat would kind of mix with the previous one. You would kind of be able to see the previous one shining through, but the top layer would change the light or the colors a little bit, if that makes sense. So I played around with lots of layering, and like I said, the swirls in the clouds, they were definitely one of my favorite parts to do. I had so much fun with this, and I think this kind of, I don't know if it started my obsession with these swirls or if it just made it so much worse, but you can even see it on the beach in the sand. I put some of them. I just wanted to have them everywhere because they look so playful, and I am currently drawing them in every single one of my pieces that I do off camera. I don't know, it's kind of starting to get to a point where I'm wondering, are these my style or is this an obsession? I don't know. We will see that next year. I'm definitely planning to go into a little bit of a different direction with my channel, as you will see. I mean, you might not even notice the difference. It's just gonna be more noticeable for me. I have already started to kind of change the way that I do my videos, and so far it seems to be well received. This one will be, the next one after this one will be the last one that I do for this year. And then after that, I'm going on a Christmas and New Year's break, and there will not be any long form videos coming up until February. So there's this video here, and then the next one coming up after this, and then there's gonna be short videos in between that time, and then I will be back at the beginning of February. I am definitely looking forward to taking a little bit of a step back and a little bit of a break over Christmas and just taking my time to reflect and see where I want to go. It's definitely so needed in our jobs as content creators and artists. It is such a fast-paced environment, and every time you don't take a step back for an extended period of time, you have the risk of getting lost a little bit. At least that's what happens to me. When I don't take a little bit of a breather, I just continue to create almost robot like at some point, and then I don't really notice what I'm doing anymore. And that happened with a few things this year. It's definitely getting better now, and I am definitely starting to find my groove again. Maybe the fact that I have a break that is coming soon, it helps, but I don't even know if I can take really much of a break, because every time I do, I just start to doodle and create and do that outside of my videos. I don't know where to draw the line between work and pleasure there, but honestly, it doesn't matter. I definitely am not stopping myself from creating in my time off, and even if it turns into something more than just a side project, it's okay as long as I feel pulled towards it and don't have any dread associated with it. Because as soon as I dread doing something, it definitely is work. I definitely dread every single administrative task of my business, so I know that that's definitely work. And that's one of the reasons why I am closing my courses and the membership now as well, because I just cannot do so many administrative tasks anymore at the moment. Or, I mean, I could, but it definitely takes a little bit of a toll on me, and it definitely takes away my creative spark a little bit. So I want to get back to that and do more of these tasks where I don't have to do as many administrative things. So that's kind of a direction that I want to go in next year. I know that's super vague, but I am gonna give you more information as soon as I have it. Just know I'm not going anywhere. I am definitely planning to come back in February. And in the meantime, you're gonna have some short content just so that my channel isn't so dead. And as soon as I have any more updates than that on my current projects, I will let you know. And as this piece is finishing up, I think I can reveal now who is my Secret Santa. I mean, that's not my Secret Santa, actually. I am their Secret Santa. The person that I made this custom art piece for is Chantal Arts, who has a very pink persona, I would say. So I really hope that she enjoys this piece. I cannot wait to see her reaction to this. Definitely check out her channel as well, because she is going to release a video where she reacts to this piece, and then she will create the piece that she made for somebody else, and so on and so forth. And all of the videos will most likely go into a playlist. So as soon as that's done, I will link that as well. So you can check out all of the videos that are included in this collaboration, and you will have a lot of fun content to watch over the Christmas time and Christmas break. Definitely show both Chantal and Liz a lot of love, and tell them that you came from me, and check out both their channels. Both of them are amazing artists. So here is this finished piece. I am really happy with how it turned out. Now let's send it off. Now it's gone to Chantal, and here is the coloring page. Like I said, I tried to make it work well as a coloring page. You can take a screenshot here and use that as is, or click the link in the description box and it will lead you to a sign up so that I can send you the high resolution piece. I did the line art in A2, so this is pretty large, but you can print it in any size you want. I hope you're having a nice rest of your day, and goodbye. I'm sending you off to Liz and Chantal's channel now.